All right. Good afternoon, everybody. So I wanted to go over some risks for next week. I wanted to go over what some of my expectations are, and but my biggest goal of this live stream is just for the people that are new to BNGO or new to our channel, new to what's going on. So I want to the first thing I know a lot of people are going to click off, but just the one thing I want everybody to know is that if the markets don't do well tomorrow or this week, it's gonna get bad. It's gonna get bad. There is no doubt about that. Okay, it's just the markets are going to determine how Bionano does at least a little bit. It's just going to happen. There's no doubt. Okay, so I need everybody to know if they're gonna hold. If you are gonna hold throughout the next few weeks, the next few days, you need to know the risks, okay? And I want to go over some of the risks, and I also want to go over some entry points for you to maybe get in at this week. And also, we're gonna be taking questions. We're gonna be taking questions and going over. I think I want to go over this article right here as well today. This is actually a really good one. I have not gone over this yet though. And then also Wall Street Bet update and some economic calendar stuff and some average monthly stuff, along with a full technical breakdown. I think that's what we're gonna do. So, first thing that we're gonna do is let's talk about how the markets are looking for next week. Okay, so economic calendar wise, right? This week's major economic events. Okay, tomorrow. Okay, no, this was that. Okay, no, let me refresh this. Hold on. Okay, here we go. So we have consumer credit, blah blah yada yada. Right, this is the good stuff right here. Okay, so consumer price index right here. These are the two important events for next week, right? CPI and core CPI. These are going to be the big ones that are going to determine the markets, guys. If we get if core CPI is bad, it's going to be bad. It's just, I'm sorry for all the people that are thinking Bionano is going to go to freaking 20 next week. I want us to. The short squeeze there is a possibility for a short squeeze, but it's largely dependent on what happens with the markets. It really is. There's just no other way to say it. So there are serious market headwinds right now, and what I want to do with this stream is to tell everybody that even if Bionano does go down, I want to tell them that we can go down, along with if we do go down, it's not the end of the world, okay? There are serious risks. I know it's like, Brandon, you say this every day. I feel an obligation to tell everybody that there are a lot of risks with the stock because, when it goes up, everybody loves it. When it goes down, everybody hates it. And right now, just based on the comments, a lot of people are so bullish now, just out of thin air. They're really bullish now. When last week and 2 weeks ago, they would have just been like, yeah, click all, just not even clicking on the BNGO videos. Now everyone's interested, right? This is just how it is. I get it, but I do feel an obligation. That's what this video is for. I want to tell everybody that there are risks, that we can see $5 before we see 10. It's absolutely possible. There are serious market headwinds, possibilities. They're serious, man. I mean, look at this. Okay, last time, CPI is going to be huge. Okay, it's going to be huge. What's up, Cody Bray? What's up, my friend? And do I have any predictions for the CPI though? Not really, to be honest with you. I don't really. Elon pushed his plaid event back 2 to 3 weeks again. BNGO to $8 this week, easy. I'll tell you what, guys. I need picked up at 808. Dude, we're on the way if the markets do. And I'm telling you guys, if inflation has peaked already, that's the one thing that I'm really scared about. Because I don't really think anyone cares about the government spending or economic policies. This is what everyone cares about, inflation. And it's gone down the last 2 days, actually. Somehow it's gone down. So if it really has peaked, it's over. It's everything. I think everything is going to moon if it does, if this has already peaked. But, my instincts tell me there's still a very good chance that it has not peaked yet. But anything can happen. So, and my point of that is that, yeah, we're going to see $8 this week. We're going to see $10. We're going to see $15 if inflation has peaked, and probably sooner rather than later. And also, just for everyone that's getting in here, I want to go over a couple things today, okay? I want to go over the risks. I want to go over some entry points. I want to go over next week economic calendar events, average stock market returns. I also want to go over this article, and of course, ask me any questions. And the members, if there's any members watching this, any ticker requests, I should probably add that in the title. You know what? Hold on, I'm going to add that in the title. But yeah, any ticker requests from my members, I will take as well. Yep. All right, there we go. There we go. All right. Picked up at 808, man. We're on the way. We're on the way. If the markets do us well, do us any favors, we will be picking you up, I think. As long as we see $10, I'll let the stock do its thing. Hello, my friends. Good afternoon, everybody. So if it has peaked, a good chance its next move is downwards. Fingers crossed. Well, here's the thing, everybody. For inflation, if this is the peak for inflation, Bionano will hit. Bionano will do very well. Okay, that's putting it mildly, right? That's just putting it mildly. We've got a squeeze on the horizon. Wall Street bets potentially investing. Short interest has only increased. Fundamentally, we're better now than ever before. So if inflation has peaked, if the markets do us any favors, yes, I'm very optimistic. I'm more bullish now than ever before if that's the case, but who knows if that's the case, right? I mean, who knows? Inflation is, no one freaking knows, man. I'd be lying to you if I told you I knew it was going to happen with inflation or the market headwinds. That's why the point of this stream, right, must know risks about BNGO. I have to tell you, in times like these, I really think it's important for me to tell everybody that we could easily, I don't think people understand this. We could see $5 again before we see $8. We could. We definitely could. Now I don't think there's a very high chance of that, but inflation picks up next few days, dude. We're going to. We will see $5 before $8 if that's the case. If inflation hits, high growth is going to get absolutely decimated, and that is precisely why I still have a little bit of buying power. That's exactly why I'm waiting. That's exactly why I'm chilling out. But if inflation has peaked, obviously we're going to the moon. So I know it's annoying. I say it every week, but I have to because I know there's especially this last week, right? These last 2 days since Friday was so amazing, and everyone's kind of getting on board with and everyone's not getting on board, but everyone's realizing that there is a really nice opportunity for Bionano in these next few months and weeks and days even. No one's focusing on the risk. It's all greed. Once people get that smell of money, it's all FOMO and greed, man. It is what it is. It's the same thing with any stock. But that's why as a YouTuber, I don't want to be like everyone else and saying and only telling the good stuff. I'm trying to give you guys the bear case as well, which is if inflation hits $5 before $8. Now, long term, and here's something else you have to remember. If we do see 5, your job, everybody's job, all my new members, I hope you guys do go and read this document or go watch the Must Know BNGO information playlist or whatever you can. Because if we do see 5 again, you better bet your ass I'm loading the boat. And last time we did see $5, do you know what happened? I'm not saying, okay, it's only one data point. Who knows if this is going to repeat itself? But on May 13th, this was Robbie and Dr. Pepper. This was their day. They were having a parade, man. They were having a parade, making fun of everyone who was adding on the dip. You guys, our community was adding on the dip, okay? Are you going to be able to do that again? Is your due diligence going to let you do that again? Do you have the conviction for it? That's what you need to be preparing yourself for. In times like these, it's not time to be fearful when others are greedy, because let's be honest, the markets are they're close to all-time highs, but not really. Let's look at the NASDAQ here. Yeah, we're kind of close, but we're not that close. Kind of. So, anyways, with that being said, we will be taking questions today and stuff. But the number one most important thing about this stream is that every one of you that is watching understands the risks. That is it. I know it's annoying. I know. I wish I didn't have to say this, but I have to. Essentially, I have to. I have to protect myself as well, because I know there's going to be a lot of people that only see the bullish stuff, and I got to give you the bearish stuff as well. There's a bull and bear case, everybody. So, all right, and with that, I also want to go over I also want to go over this article right here if we have time. I have plenty of time. I can stream for 3 hours in a row here if it actually went well. I also want to go over the economic calendar and the average month stock market returns. We can do it in any order. If you comment stuff, I'll just you guys know how the streams go. Okay, we just go 1,000 different places. There's no order. It's just chaos, essentially. So that's how I like it, though. All right. I've got 265 shares, but still wish I bought more during the dips. All right. What do we have any great questions? Should I buy 100 more shares of BNGO? That's a great question. This is what should you determine that for you, your due diligence, and if you agree with me in my synthesis long term for the stock, right? If we just look at this if we just zoom in here, right? Profit and loss. Take a look at this bottom column, right? $258 million in profit, essentially net income. Just think of it as net income. Okay, tax is not there, but it's net income. 2026, excuse me, 2026, that's your profit. Okay, if you think that's going to happen, if you think the 80% compound annual growth rate for the sapphires being sold is realistic, there's no reason not to invest. Okay, as long as you understand the risks. So that's kind of, you just have to do your due diligence, man. I that question's really hard for me to answer in a concise way. You have to do your research. That's how you should determine if you should buy more. I hope that we don't become a plaything with Wall Street bets. I know we need them for the attention, but I hope that not with BNGO's only play. BNGO is too important for humanity. Yeah, and we can go over that as well. I talked about in the last video, if we go to the BNGO subreddit here, there was a post that got a little bit of traction, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, you see, I downvoted. Okay, respect to this person, but kind of not respect, because we don't need Wall Street bets. Of course, we don't need Wall Street bets. But then he goes on to saying the full stuff. Let me be clear. I thought, I know, guys, I know you can't please everybody, and I know it doesn't matter how clear I am. There's always going to be people that watch 1 minute. There's always going to be people that misinterpret, misunderstand. I get it, man. Everyone's in different places. There's plenty of people, whatever, you know the deal. Anyways, he's over here and he says, He says, I like seeing BNGO grow organically, right? It's that simple misconception that everybody has, that unnatural growth. And in my post and in every single video, and I commented it down here. Let's see. Yeah, I commented it down here, right? It's not gonna. There's no look. Okay, Wall Street bet would mean unnatural growth for the company. It's absolutely false. It's absolutely false. And I'm not gonna do the rant right here because I think everybody right now has already seen it at this point. But I can do it if you want. But yeah, I don't. To be clear, to sum it up, we don't need Wall Street bets. I've never said anything or implied that we need them. It would be nice. It would be a help. It would be a big help. It would be extremely auspicious for the stock and the company, long-term, short-term, and mid-term. That's as simple as it is, all right? We might squeeze a little and get them to cover under 8. Let's see how much margin the hedges have to bully us this week while battling on the AMC GME front. Yeah, I know. That's exactly right. Havana. Oh, man. No family today. No, they're gone, my friend. They're gone. So, no, I got all day. With y'all. Yeah, we can stream. If this is a good stream, I will stream for 3 hours. All of your questions, please ask me all your questions. I want to get everybody's question. I want to answer. Every single person, I want to answer every question, if possible. Did I get unblocked from Wall Street bets? That's a great question. No, I did not. I'm still blocked. I did not get unblocked yet. No, at least to my knowledge. Yeah, no, I haven't. Yeah, here's the thing, guys. Here's how I know I blocked. Okay, I can't even post here. Usually, there's a create a post here. I can't. And then if I come to a thread, I can't. I can't even comment on anything. It's like, what? And it's absolutely insanity. What do you guys really think? Personally, I think the Wall Street Bet mods selectively chose to ban me because I didn't. It's not like I was spamming or anything. Now I did have to post the one thing that I posted like 5 times in a row probably, but I was only banned like a few hours after that. And the only reason why I posted it 5 times is because it kept getting auto removed. And of course I was messaging the mods the entire time. So it's not like I'm doing anything against the rules. Yet I am still banned. If they do not unban me in these next few days, everybody, all of us know that Wall Street Bets is corrupt. It's as simple as it gets. I mean, it's as simple as it gets. All right. Brandon, you're calling the dark side for the last 4 or 5 months is what has given me confidence in you, and the confidence to hold through the lows you predicted could happen. I had an idea of where the 4 would be. Yes, I appreciate that. My friend. I appreciate that. Let me get the I'm gonna try my best to read every single comment. I hope that we don't become a. Read that. Did I get okay? Hey. So if we boom, does Eric have the ability to do an offering? Yes, they can. They can do another offering, but I've got from very good sources that 90% of people don't have access to. I pretty much have extrapolated that there's a very low chance of an offering. Yeah, I think there's definitely less than a 10% chance for an offering, even if we were to go up to $10. I think that's what I would say. Yes, about less than 10%. I would say that's less than 10% for an offering. If we were to go up to $10. I hope that Eric appreciates all of what you do for BNGO. Tell him that, man. Tell him to invite me out. Oh man, when the channel does well, we're gonna do an interview with him. I swear, one of these days, man. If it ever, I mean, who knows? 1,100 at 778, almost back to green. I wish I would have bought it all at 5. Oh well. Yep. I can relate, man. I had an average. You guys know, all of my OGs, all of you know, I had an average cost of above $10 at a point because of so much strategic averaging down. I am now up like what? I'm up 20 I'm up 20% now. That sounds so awesome to say for being show because I've never been able to say it before this week. Oh man. Not everything is corrupted, not everything is manipulation. Of course, I agree, my friend. I agree. I YOLO'd some cash on 127. It's $27 strike. 27 strike, January 2022 calls at 0.2 a contract. Do you think trying to sell them by this summer when BNGO hits $10 is a good exit? I'm currently up 65% on them. I'm not an options guru, man. It depends on the implied volatility, though. I'm not an options guru. I hate getting options, smart options questions because I don't feel confident in them because guys, I'm telling you, and this sounds a little bit arrogant, but unless I really know what I'm talking about, I just try to stay away from it and just shut the hell up and let the people who know what they're talking about do it. But with options, I would say it just depends on how we do. That's the thing. When you're trying to time the option selling, it just depends on what we do and how we're looking. I'll tell you what. It largely depends on two things: how quickly the catalysts come, along with the revenue for the Bionano, so the fundamentals, also the markets and inflation. So I would say, honestly, you're up 65% right now. It depends on your risk tolerance and what you think is going to happen with inflations. Honestly, my friend, if you're in the green right now and you don't have much buying power, you might want to sell that on some green days from here. If we get in the $8 range this week, you might want to sell because, guys, there's inflation headwinds. Now, of course, this company's going to do great things long term, but with options, the implied volatility is it's insanity. And yeah, there's a ton of contingencies. You want to give me some more details here, maybe, and I can help you a little bit more. How high will BNGO finish? $25 or more? What do you mean finish? What do you mean finish? By when? Brennan, you did swing trade out once around $7, if I remember correctly. I did sell 72 BNGO shares here at the top here of this previous run up. I wish I sold more and bought more. People got mad at me. This is why I'm so scared to sell for some reason. It's kind of stupid, but it's true. Well, I sold 72 shares literally at like almost the exact top here, timed it almost perfectly. The day of, everybody was mad at me. That video got a ton of dislikes. So, and it sucks. I get it though. I get it. You know, people want Bionano to be good. When they see a YouTuber selling shares of it, you know, they're like, oh, I got a dislike. You know, I'd be stupid not to. You know, but also look at the freaking ask. Look at the freaking ask, man. A freaking legend. I've heard somebody say that this was going on for a while. I never checked the level 2 data when it's not in the market time though, so I don't know. He does appreciate you and everyone's hard work. He told me, keep up the great work, and honestly, Brennan, thank you so much. Thank you so much, my friend. Is it Brandon or Brennan? I think it's Brennan. I'm not sure though. Thank you so much. Messenger Moistville. Everybody follow him on Twitter. Legend, absolute legend. 4 weeks, dude. We're not gonna hit 25 in 4 weeks most likely, dude. It would take I think that's pretty much fanciful. 25 in 4 weeks. No, I want everybody to be realistic in their expectations. I right now, I really want to caution everybody from being too optimistic. Okay, we got some green days. Everybody who added on the dip 3 weeks ago looks like a genius right now. You have to do your research. You have to understand the risks. I have an obligation to tell everybody about this, and I'm doing it right now. So I don't want it. What I don't want, the purpose of this stream is for tomorrow, if we open up red because the markets are red, or if we just go red, okay, you get delisted tomorrow, CEO gets shot in the head, right? Whatever the hell happens, right? I told you the risks. It's your decision to invest. I think we're going to do great things. I think there's a lot of reasons that we will do very well this week. But the markets don't give us a chance. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen it's not going to happen. We need the markets to do something and we need the markets to give us the opportunity to do what we all know it can do. That's what we need to happen. And it's a risk. It's a big risk. So I do, and what I want, and the point of that is, so tomorrow when we're red and we're suffering together, or not tomorrow, but you know what I mean. Anytime, like hypothetically tomorrow, right? do not blame it on me. It is your decision to invest in it, my friends. But okay, you guys know this. I'm done giving this spiel. Okay, so get it out of the way when we have the basic BNGO info. I was in BNGO at 50 cents with 5,000 shares, sold at 150. Oh man, that's hard. That's harsh. That's harsh. Your videos be cutting into my gaming time. Worth it though. Keep the streams coming. Of course, my friends. Any questions for anyone who's getting in right now? Any questions? I will take any questions. I want to answer and read, at least look at every single question. Please try to make it a good one. Please try to make them good questions. I know y'all, 90% of y'all do it. Oh man. But yeah, I also want to talk about the risks in here. Let me. Should I just here? I'll just put it right here. Well, this is that's kind of counterintuitive. Anyways, Brennan, I made the mistake to sell VCEL in 2017 on a green day after a year of researching and holding. The right catalyst hit and I was left in the dirt. Bionano has a ton of catalysts in chamber. I will hodl. Hell yeah, Brennan. Hell yeah. If only all the Bionano shareholders were as informed as you are, my friend. I agree. I also have 14 contracts of the same stripe for 2023. I believe the company will grow more rapidly through next year. With the current interest, Russell pickup, ETC, I look forward to quarter 2. Yeah, it looks really good. It looks really good, man. Did you cover BNGO uplisting to the Russell 3000? I did, my friend. Here, I'll go ahead and link that in the description right now. I'll go ahead and link that. Yes, I did just cover that. I did just have the video on that. So Russell 3000 has added us, and they are going to be adding all of their shares on June 25th. Okay, no one knows that, of course. Guys, I wish the people who freaking posted to the Reddit would actually do the digging, okay? It's okay. I don't mean that in a pessimistic way, but if we go to the BNGO subreddit, this is why I had to post the, I wanted to clarify for everybody the Russell 3000 edition date, right? So, yeah, because the other one didn't have the actual date in there, wherever it was. Yeah, right? It didn't say when, right? So basically, June 25th, apparently, that is when the actual index itself is adding their shares. And the precedent is the MSCI index addition. And on the close of the day that they were supposed to add 3.5 million shares added right like that at the close, right exactly at the close. So that's kind of what you can expect. I don't know if it's going to be 3.5 million. I don't know if it's going to be 5 million. Okay, my gut tells me that the Russell 3000 has more money than the MSCI index, although I should probably look up those numbers. I'm not for sure on that, right? Don't quote me on that. But it could be big. We've got a lot of catalysts. We've got Wall Street bets. Short interest continues to rise. And here's something that everyone needs to know. According to Ortex, the estimated short interest is 42 million shares as of yesterday, or as of last trading day, Friday. If we go to Fintel, it's only 36 million. Do you understand how big of a difference that is? Now, I'm not amazing at math. Okay, I didn't actually calculate this, but a betting man or someone with common sense would say, hey, the short interest increased 2%. By 5 million share increase, right? Now we're increasing by about almost 6 million. So a betting man would say another 2%. So you can extrapolate ape language. The short interest is higher than of the shares outstanding. The short interest is more like 15, 16% compared to, as opposed to 13%, which is what it currently is. And you may be wondering, why is Fintel so off? Well, it's because the data that they're going off of is the settlement date, the 14th, and then the publication is the 25th. Ortex's data is based on, June 4th. So that is why. I hope that makes sense. Please tell me if that doesn't make sense, guys. Sometimes I'm not as articulate as I want to be. Can we limit the stock for the 2 weeks to $6.99? I sold $7. I sold $7 strike price June covered calls. I don't want my shares to be taken away. I don't really understand your question. Can we limit the stock for the 2 weeks? Do you mean like, can we not go higher than that? Or do you mean, can we not go lower than that? Can you please clarify that, my friend? I'm sorry. I don't really understand. What do you think the possible entries in AMC are going to be if I got $15,000 to trade with 3 100 share buys if I can get it under 50? We can talk about AMC here in a little bit, but yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll answer that in a little bit. I'll tell you what. Yeah, I think you may be blocked from Wall Street bets because they are more focused on Wall Street, on AMC and BB now. And think BNGO is kind of a distraction for their post. Just a thought. Well, yeah, but still, that's a fine thought. Of course, I would bet so. But on a sub like this, that doesn't inherently discriminate between what stocks and what stocks don't. I mean, as long as they meet the fundamental requirements, no crypto, no penny stocks or whatever their requirements are. Okay, I don't even know all of them off the top of my head, but as long as if you're a mod and you're just selectively saying, oh, BNGO, no, that's not good. Oh, SENS, no, block, BNGO, block. No, I don't think that's fair. And here's why, because we're talking about millions of dollars on the line determined by, you know, what posts are allowed to go. Once you start taking the role of, hey, no, I am the oligarchy, I decide what gets approved and what gets removed, that's a dangerous damn game. Then you have to, you're gods. Then at that point, you have the power of a god. You are the all-knowing voice that determine what gets said and what doesn't. They're determining what it does and doesn't. And it's, you know, it's in their right. Of course, Red is a private business. Of course, they do whatever the hell they want, but it doesn't mean it's not corrupt. Okay, so I don't think the fact that they are consistently getting rid of BNGO posts, I guess, I mean, they're technically still letting mine up, but they're still banning me. And they've obviously, it took me like 7 posts in a row or 5 posts in a row to try to get away and maneuver my way around the auto remove visual mod bot, which was very annoying, and I about killed myself. It was so frustrating. It was like an hour in a row. All right. What's a good strike price for 2023? Well, I'll tell you what. I do recommend you guys know more. Okay, half of you in the chat know more about options than I do, but here's something that I know. Time decay and delta, they are real things, right? So I prefer in the money options when it comes to leaps because there's going to be less time decay. So I have a $5 strike, and I'm actually at 1% in the red right now. So yeah. I prefer in the money. If you're going long, call options in 2022, 2023, I do think in general, for most people in a similar situation as I am, I would recommend in the money. So, but there is less profit and less risk with in the money. Out the money, there's more profit and more risk. So definitely know that. Please stimulate BNGO price if inflation rises strongly and the rate increases. What? Oh, simulate. Okay, that's a good question. So worst case scenario, guys. There's not really any telling. I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you I know exactly how low BNGO would go if our worst fears were true. Like worst case, like I don't know what exactly the worst case would be, but let's just say Peter Schiff is pretty much right. It's gonna be absolutely god awful inflation. It's gonna be horrible. Okay, you guys don't need. You can look up the details of Peter Schiff if you want, but if the worst case is going to happen, realistically, I would honestly say about the previous low is about as low as we could go realistically. I would say so. I do think the sentiment of the BNGO crowd and investors is actually higher and more bullish right now as opposed to the last little run up we had here, and it's because we've got so much news and we've got so much exciting things to look forward to. And also, I also just think our community has just been very strengthened. I think there's there's a lot of people in the community now that we didn't have before. I do believe that. So I do think that this is realistically 430. It might be the lowest that we can go. $5 might be a little bit more realistic, but it just depends. There's a lot of contingencies on that, my friend. I just reviewed the Russell 3K editions. They have a bunch of YouTube retail stocks being added, almost 15, 20 I recognized. Yeah, here, let me give a closer look at that. Yeah, I don't really think that's that important though, but yeah, I see what you mean. All right. So for the actual editions, we've got NMTR. Okay, this is gonna be boring to do live, but yeah, ATOS. Yeah. All right, Russell Index reconstitutes every year. Now that BNGO is added, what's your realistic view of them being removed in the following years? Do they have to tank, or are there other reasons for removal? Well, I don't really know exactly what determines they're adding. In general, let's see what this says here. Designed to reflect the ever-changing U.S. equity market, maintaining an accurate representation. The break points between large, mid, and small cap are redefined to ensure market changes that have occurred in the preceding year are captured. Companies are also reevaluated to determine where they lie among the investment style spectrum. Well, I wish there was a bit of here. Maybe we can see where they actually determine like why they add stuff and why they don't. But I don't really think I haven't looked at this site too much. I guess this might have something here. I guess we can look at this. All right. In your opinion, in the percentage terms, what are the chances BNGO is 20 or higher by the third Friday in August? By the third Friday in August, 20 or higher. I would say there is less. I would say there's less than a 30% chance. That's such a hard question. That's such a hard question. I feel bad. I don't know. I don't know exactly. There's not a super high chance. I don't think there is a super high chance that BNGO is $20 by or before third Friday in August. I don't think there's a super high chance. I don't. I would say $10 or $15. Then I would say maybe if the markets do well, then you're looking at better than a 50%, 50% chance. I would say. I think the key takeaway is the inclusion on the Russell validates a graduation from penny stock status. Yes, I agree. Yeah, does anyone know? Hey, somebody let me know. Comment and educate us. Okay, we remove subjectivity and include transparency. Okay, let's see if we can actually see anything here. Offers a complete. So they're trying to just offer a complete and overall precise view of the U.S. equity market. This is very vague, very what's the word? Not ambivalent. I guess just ambiguous. A routine. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Does anyone know exactly what determines their besides market cap requirements? Besides that, what are they kind of Okay, the remaining companies are ranked in descending order. Hold on. I feel like we're gonna lose so many viewers if we do this. I'm worried. You guys tell me if you actually want to see me dig in this website and see why companies are added for the Russell 3000. Tell me. I'm not gonna do that until you tell me all why. Tell me if you want me to do this. Okay. Yes, please. Couple words. BioAce. Okay. I will. I will. Couple words. BioAce. I love the BioAce market cap. It's only 110 million, maybe 115 at this point. I haven't checked in a couple weeks, but it's around a $110 million market cap. And the technology over the next few decades, laser dentistry will at least have a solid chance. At least I would say a high chance of disrupting the traditional dentistry. So their technology at this price, it's extremely interesting. And I do like, but there's a lot of things I don't like about the company. But that's what you get with a 110 million market cap company. So I do like the company at these prices, especially. I do not like. They're a good long term company, I think. But you better that one's even more risky than Bionano, believe it or not. I like it. Is Kathy Woods buying BNGO yet? No, Kathy Wood has not bought it yet. No, Kathy Wood. No, she's she's got she's got an oath for a genetic analyst. Okay, that might be a little bit strong, but Simon is what's holding them back. If they would have bought BNGO instead of Pat Bio on May 13th, they would have made a much bigger profit. Along with if they would have bought BNGO a year ago, but no, Simon and Kathy Wood in ARK, they don't see optical genome mapping's worth. I don't know. I honestly don't know what they're thinking. They just all ARK does is just draw lines and then just point to numbers and then make rationalizations based on it. And it's I don't know. ARK is okay, but they're certainly overrated. They're certainly overrated, at least by some people. At least in the February 16th days, they were. Besides inflation, do you think there could be any other hurdle preventing BNGO from rising upwards? Yes, there is. Here's a risk that I never talked about. That's a great question. Thank you for the great question. Here's a risk that you all need to be aware of. There is one big risk with Bionano. And it's not really that big, at least to my knowledge, it's not, because everything that I see, I keep digging. The more digging I do, and the more I understand of the company, the more I like it. You can just see as the channel gets older, as I've done more and more pages for the due diligence, the portfolio position just keeps getting bigger, and now we're at 100%. There's a reason for that, okay? There's a big reason for that, and it's mostly to do with the Sapphire taking over for all the other alternative methods. And I saw in this article that we can go over, one of the arguments they had here, we can go down to it. What was it? Oh, come on. It was saying that the other two methods, here it is. Okay, so basically, I'm not going to read it to you because it's a little bit boring. I'll lose viewers. But basically, it's saying that CMA fish karyotyping, the competition for the Sapphire and optical genome mapping, which is what Bionano does, right? The competition is actually kind of cost efficient. But to my knowledge, I mean, even in the company's words, I mean, Bionano themselves, they say it is cost effective, right? They say, right, it's a quote from a presentation of theirs, right? It says, reduce hands-on time, faster turnaround time, and is cost effective. That's a quote. That's a note from this presentation, and that is a quote. or I mean that's pretty much I think that's an exact quote, at least very close to an exact quote. So, and then also you factor in the chance that the cost per genome is going from 450 to 550 all the way down to $100 per genome by 2023 max, according to the Q1 2021 earnings report, or Q4 2020. I forget off the top of my head, but if you want me, I can go fact check myself right now if you want. But anyways, that is kind of the risk. The risk of Bionano that's not market induced is if the Sapphire is not going to replace the other methods. That at the end of the day, when you buy Bionano stock, whether you know it or not, you're betting on the Sapphire replacing other stuff in cytogenetics, at least short term. I mean, technically, you could be betting on the nanonozzle or non-invasive prenatal screening, but at the fundamental level, right now, that is what is going to drive the revenue. That is it. That is the number one thing. And to my knowledge, I mean, just look at the chart here. Okay, here, let me show you guys something. This is why I don't want to do a rant. No one even understands the stuff that I'm talking about. But if we just look at this chart, man, look at it. Okay, I mean, it's as simple as it gets. Look at this. Okay, BNGO, it just detects everything better. Okay, they've already said in the presentation, they already said they're working on this. Who knows if it's going to get there? But guess what? No one else freaking does it except CMA, which guess what? CMA doesn't do translocations or inversions, which to my knowledge, I'm not a geneticist. Half the stuff goes over my head, okay? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't understand all this stuff, but guess what? Bionano just does in aggregate. Look at this, okay? You can't make it up, man. They just detect stuff better. It's cost effective, reduced. I mean, it's a reduced hands-on time. It's easier to learn, and it's got a faster turnaround time, and it just detects stuff in a better way, right? So I think it just makes sense. Like in my mind, I see every single cytogenetic lab that is using karyotyping, FISH, or CMA, they're going to switch to the Sapphire. It's just a matter of time from my perspective. I could be totally wrong. And that's something that we're betting on. You know, none of us are doctors, yet we think we understand enough to say this. And for me, yeah, I would argue that it's simple enough that it's not simple enough. Okay, the whole science behind it is very complicated. But looking at stuff like this, hearing the CEO talking about this exact same thing, hearing the presenting I forgot his title, but the chief scientific officer, I want to say, or a scientific officer for Bionano, the one that did this presentation, it's clear that the company believes the Sapphire is better than the alternative methods. It's clear. The science supports it. The data supports it. The studies, publications, the white papers, everything points to that. And it's only going to increase. The efficiency is only going to increase. So that's kind of, I know that's a long rant for you, but at the end of the day, that is the big risk. If if the Sapphire really is better than the other three methods, and from everything that I've seen, everything that I've read, it points to that exactly, and that is the fundamental reason why it's 100% of the portfolio at the end of the day. Because who cares about the stock price? Who cares about the Wall Street bets? Okay, at the end of the day, the revenue is just going to keep increasing if this is true. So that's how it is. I mean, that's at the end of the day, that's as simple as it gets. We've only got 150 Sapphire. We only got 107 Sapphires installed right now as of Q1 2021, end of that. And then this year, it's going to be 150. Okay, there's 2,500 cytogenetic labs in the world. Non-invasive prenatal testing, that enables the hospital market, the healthcare market, that's ours for the taking. Add the nano nozzle in, and now the Sapphire becomes, and the Bionano product, if it's going to be one Sapphire or it's going to be another product completely for the sequencing capabilities, there's no reason to get anything else once that comes out. So, you've got a case to be made for an entire genomic takeover. But anyways, all right. That was a nice rant. I'm so sorry. I go on rants all the time. I'm sorry. Don't ask me questions that are gonna make me rant. That's your fault, man. No, I'm kidding. Sapphire related to genome identification manipulation in autism genes pre-birth. Just wondering if it's in the path in some way. Well, I don't know about genome identification manipulation in genome pre-birth. Non-invasive prenatal screening and lineagen, that sounds like what you're referring to, lineagen and non-invasive prenatal screening. Manipulation in autism genes pre-birth. Yeah, that's definitely prenatal. Ask me a more specific question. I don't really understand your question, though. What's up, MP? What's up, my friend? Good afternoon, everybody. And for everyone that's getting in right now, there's a couple points to the stream, right? Please watch until I tell you the risks. And I'm going to do that right now. The risks of Bionano. I want everybody to know the risks because the sentiment is higher now than it's been in a long. It's probably, honestly, guys, from my perspective, and I probably see more BNGO comments than most of y'all, I'd say the sentiment right now is higher than it's been ever since 1569 and before. And I mean that seriously. There's no doubt in my mind. Just look at the BNGO subreddit. Even, I mean, there's bearish comments still. There were bearish comments all the way back here, okay? But right now, it's more bullish. It's more bullish right now than it's ever been. There's no doubt in my mind. So that's why I feel an obligation, and I should have made a whole video on it, but I'm not gonna have time today, I don't think. But I'm gonna try to do this stream for 3 hours, hell, if we have to. But I need to make everybody aware of the risks. If inflation is bad, we will see $5 before we see $8. It's as simple as it gets. So what I want everybody to know what I want everyone to know is that if you're gonna hold, you could easily be in the red again. And I want to tell you, if you're in the red, it's not the end of the world. Okay, I was in the red at $10. I averaged down. I'm now up 20% on the BNGO position. Okay, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. The account is now up 56%. Okay, just like that. I was just like that. I mean, that's a couple weeks worth in time that I went from like way lower than that all the way up to 56% for like the last for the last 8 months or 7 months, or yeah 6 to 7 months. In 6 to 7 months, man, that's all it takes. Like a couple weeks averaging that. That's the power. That is the power of averaging down. So I want to tell you, if you're not willing to stomach red and carnage and stomach the carnage, man, sell now and just spare me the whining. I do not want to see any people tomorrow, if we're red, come to me and start whining because we're red and it's the end of the world and they bought because I said so. No, it's your investing decision. Please make your own decision. Please, please, please. Okay, I'm done with the freaking spiels. Now we can get to the good stuff. Okay, I think BNGO can incorporate and play both sides of the Illumina PatBio advancements independent of being owned by either. Here's the thing, right when the nano nozzle comes out, PatBio is gone. PatBio is gone, man. There's no reason why you're going to need, well, maybe. I shouldn't say it's going to be gone. It depends on what actual capabilities are in. Are we getting SNV detection? Are we getting 0 to 500 base pair detection? It just depends. It just depends. Illumina has $61 billion market cap with a price to sales ratio of approximately 14 based on last quarter's sales annualized. Do you think BNGO could get 2 times that type of valuation? If yes, when do you estimate it could happen? Yes, I do think we could double that. Here's why. Okay, best case, guys. Let me give you the bull case for Bionano. Okay, Sapphire. Let's just say everything goes on schedule with the Sapphire 2.0 and the LOH detection, whatever. Okay, who cares about no one even knows what the LOH detection is, and what it is this. Okay, I barely understand. Okay, I barely understand. All right, loss of. Okay, come on. I mean, I barely understand some of this stuff, but basically, if the bull case is that nano nozzle comes out and it's gonna have SNV detection, it's gonna fill in the gaps of what sequencing is missing in the management's words, right? What is that gonna entail? Let's say it entails exactly what it sounds like it entails. It's that in the Sapphire penetration, 10,000 Sapphires being sold, the reoccurring annual revenue of hundreds of millions, right? That is enough to make one believe that bull case, yeah, we could be a $120 billion market cap someday. Yes. Now we're probably talking more than a decade down the line, most likely. Yeah, probably. At least many years, at least many years down the line, my friends. Because right now, no one knows about the nano nozzle. Once people actually start doing the digging in the patents and actually start reading the threads that we've read, it's gonna get the nano nozzle possibility. I mean, if anyone is a bear on Bionano, just tell them one word or 2 words, I guess. I don't even know if is it nano nozzle with a space or not. I do it both ways. I've seen it both ways. I need to look at the patents. I forgot if the patents put it which way the patents put it. But anyways, yeah, just mention nano nozzle, because if any bear knows about nano nozzle, they know that it doesn't matter what the Sapphire does. When nano nozzle comes out, if it's good, it's over. We're gonna moon. Like, when I say moon, I'm talking like 5x if we haven't moved by the time it comes out, whenever that's gonna be. And by the way, there is no date on nano nozzle. We thought there was, but I did the digging in an article that apparently had the date for it, but there's no date that I could find. So there is no telling when nano nozzle is going to come out, by the way, literally none. Now, we do know that there's several job listings, that we do know that the patent about nano nozzle has been at least relating somewhat to the sequencing capability. Sequencing field option was in 2016, right? So they've been working on this most likely for years. So who knows? When do you guys think that nano nozzle is coming out? One Sapphire to run them all, to rule them all. I think that would be a share price of around $210, I think. I heard 156x from the current price if we were to get 1.8 billion in profit and loss without the taxes in 2030 alone. 156x. But I don't know how to do that math. I don't even want to do that math. I hate math that bad. So imagine the different tests being like game cartridges, and Sapphire is licensed and capable of running every console's games. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, think of that. Okay, you got PS4 and Xbox, right? Xbox can't do God of War, right? God of War is PS4 exclusive, right? That's why I hate. That's why I have to play PS4. God of War is the best game ever, right? Or at least the new one was ish. 2018 was when it came out, I think. But anyways, imagine it's basically like a console being able to have any game in existence. I mean, even the ones from freaking 10 years ago, 15 years ago, all of them. Okay, anything you want, one machine. Why wouldn't you buy that, right? The price is a little bit expensive, right? Even if the Sapphire is a little bit expensive, which we all know, you and I both know, the Sapphire's costs are just going down 100 per genome. The price is literally like it's going into 1/4. It's getting reduced by 1/4, man. It's gonna be the price of the Sapphire. The price of a genome is gonna be 1/4 of what it is today. Actually, less than that. It's gonna be more like 1/5. 1/5 of what it is today. Yeah. Yeah, actually a little bit less than that technically, if my math is correct, but I'm not that great at math, right? Remember that. When I give you guys math equations, not math equations, but like math conclusions, oh, you don't know if it's accurate. All right, you have the last two BNGO candles on your chart with huge tails up to $9. What is it? Oh. Oh, this right here. This is a little bit of a speculative one. So this is not, don't mistake, this is not necessarily a price target. Let me maximize this for you. That's a good question, though. So that is the price target if we were to break out. I measured this up before we broke out of this. I promise you. I think you can watch you can find the streams if you want to watch that. But anyways, this is what it would be based on the bull pennant, kind of ish. It's not. It's like a modified symmetrical triangle thing, right? Because it's really weird. But anyways, if you draw this to the point of the breakout, right about there, it's about $9. So we already hit the 720 price target based on the cup and handle. This could be the next price target that we start hitting. This could be the next one. I mean, that's the best. And I guess this could be I guess if we did hit like a 770 or 760, like really nice, I guess this whole thing could be a nice cup and handle technically. But right now, as of now, that is the most realistic. That's not the most realistic, but the symmetrical triangle, that is the most realistic price target, I would say. I think. All right. Hey, man, thanks for your videos and conviction. BNGO will moon this year all in. Hell yeah, man. This is the way we like the stonk. This is the way. Gene editing has been around for a while, boys. I was an early investor. Well, optical genome mapping hasn't been around for very long. And it technically has because Bionano's been around for a while, but it's such a new space. Bionano literally I mean, let's be honest, okay? NABCs is nothing, okay? There's no other optical genome mapping company in the world that does anything close to Bionano. It is the first of its kind. There are so many economies of scale, right? Differential advantages that we have set up throughout the years, and that means that derives from the difficulties of doing that, man. So think about that learning curve, man. Think about how long they've been doing NGS. Think about how long they've been doing OGM, right? We're gonna get benefits. There's most likely to be innovations yet to come. Most likely. I mean, who knows? Okay, no one knows technically, but I think we've got plenty of achievements and advancements left yet to be found. Yeah, that some that have not yet come to pass, right? What's her name said that in Fellowship of the Ring? I don't know, the freaking elf in Lothlorien. You have the last two, okay. Do you see the 15% global maximum tax curve? Do you think this is going to be a new hurdle or not a big deal? 15% global minimum tax curve. I don't think so. Let me copy and paste that. Send me an article. There's not. What do you mean? What do you mean? My brain is drawing up very interesting conclusions for that. I hope you do not mean what I think you mean. G7 countries reach. This is not real. This is not real. There's no way we're about to get more taxes. Oh, no way. Representatives from 7 of the world's wealthiest nations reached an agreement on Saturdays. This better not be UN stuff. Saturday, they reached a global minimum tax rate of 15% for multinational companies, a move aimed at curbing the use of tax havens and ending the decades-long race to the bottom on corporate taxation. The deal struck by what? I'm so confused. Wait, I'm stupid. I'm sorry. Aimed at curbing the use of tax havens. Yes. Okay. And ending the decades-long race to the bottom on corporate taxation, you're just going higher on corporate taxation. I'm so confused. Oh man, this is weird. Look, the U.S. isn't in here. Tell me the U.S. is not in here. Please tell me the U.S. didn't agree to this. Okay, phew. Oh no! Oh no! We already did. No, U.S., Japan, Germany, France. Oh no! No, no, no. This is not good. I didn't know about this. Hold on. Somebody clarify for me. When they say global tax, they just mean another global tax on. Oh, it's only multinational. Oh, okay. It's only multinational corporations. Sorry. Okay. I should see. That's why I need to actually. I should have read the freaking title. Sorry. For multinational corporations. Well, that's still gonna probably be a lot less jobs. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Here's the thing: it's hard for me to talk about the tax, my opinions on the tax rates without getting too pissing off half the audience. So I should probably just stay away from that. Unfortunately, I can't. Unfortunately, in times like today, I can't really tell you what I think. So I don't know. I'll just say I'm glad that it's only on multinational corporations. Not that that's a good thing necessarily or a necessarily bad thing, but I'm glad that it's multinational corporations only as opposed to freaking everything. When I heard 15% global tax, I started freaking out. Sorry. Sorry, man. All right, what are the questions do we have? Okay, so it's partly going for the tech companies. The global tax thing is nothing. Most of the countries that agreed already have higher tax rates. Yeah, I know. We already have high taxes, and we're getting higher ones. I know. All right, Microsoft had 332 billion untaxed profit because they were using an excuse saying they weren't operating in XYZ countries. Well, whether you like it or not, the money they make, a lot of it is profiting, but a lot of it is expanding the business, making more jobs. But a lot of it is not as well. So it's like, well, you know. All right, what are the questions that we have? What support should we have to hold a retest tomorrow? $7. That's a great question. Here. Let me go to the 10-minute chart here for you. So we have to hold $7 tomorrow. I really want to hold $7. If we don't hold that, if we were to bleed tomorrow, it's gonna be 650. Okay, never mind. It's about the exact same. Yeah. Okay. Wow. That thing's only going down like 10 cents a day. Sorry. About 655. We definitely need to hold a descending level of resistance now. Turn to support. I would love if we could hold $7. 660 would be nice, but yeah, we need to hold. We need to hold $7 preferably. If we don't, it's not the end of the world. But right now, I would honestly, guys, I wouldn't be surprised if we start if we broke this level of support tomorrow or resistance tomorrow. If the markets go up tomorrow, I think there's a chance we're gonna hit $8. I'm serious. I don't want to be too optimistic. Please know the risks. We could easily see $5, but I am very bullish for tomorrow. It's just, here's the thing, guys. Not only is a short squeeze and the short interest data very bullish, not only are the fundamentals only increasing, not only is the sentiment increasing and more bullish than ever before, but the technicals look better than they have, at least from my point of view, since February. I'm serious. They look better now than any point in the last 3 months, and I mean that with a complete sincerity, man. Here's the thing. A short term, we already have one rejection. We have 2 rejections, and we were wicking up there for like 30 minutes in a row. And now what do you see? Just chilling out, just slowly chilling out, even in the after hours with no volume, right? We're getting ready for a retest. Remember, the more times we touch a level of resistance, the more likely it is to break. So, it's the same pattern every time. So, I really like our chances tomorrow of breaking it if high growth and if the markets give us a chance. So, I really like our chances, not only of breaking 730, but $7 or $8 almost, honestly. I'm gonna be honest with you, man, because not only is it so exciting for tomorrow that if we do break 720, we don't really have another resistance until $8.11. Really, yeah, we have the break above the previous high. Yeah, 765. Yeah, whatever. I think if the markets give us a chance, then if the markets do well next week, that's not going to be a problem, right? $8 now. That, however, there will be some resistance there. If we do break that, though, look at the next level. After we break 11, look where we're going. $10, baby. $10, bitch. $10 is next, man. It's as simple as it gets. Double digits is where we're headed as far as, the next. Look at this. It's as simple as it gets. There's no resistance. Look at this. Okay, do you see any resistance in this level? No, there's nothing. I mean, at least I'm not seeing anything. Okay, maybe there's some moving averages that I'm missing, but I don't think there are. I don't think there are. The only resistance that we could be seeing in that range is if the Bollinger Bands get overextended and the RSI get overextended, which might happen. But or we go sideways this week, and then we get to like 50 on the RSI, and then we boom, right? I mean, so yeah. All right. That's 7:19. It's after hours. Right now we close the after hours at 7:14. Yeah. So for anyone getting in here right now, let's talk about the average stock market returns, right? Because I forgot to talk about this. Okay. So if we go down this chart, right, coming up, we're in June now. We're in June, and the market this is historically the third worst stock market for the S&P from 1980, right? So, July, we're heading into July, which is great, but guess what? After July, August, and September, not the best months typically. And of course, there's outlier years, right? This is just the average. August and September could turn out to be the best months of the year, of course, but it's not a bad idea to maybe have a little bit more buying power on hand for these next 2 months once we get to the end of July. So yeah. All right. Jimmy, thank you so much. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right. What are the questions do we have about BNGO? What are the questions do we have? I hope everybody in here watched the short interest data and the Wall Street bet videos that I made. I hope you did. If we have any new viewers in here, to sum it up, the short interest data is very bullish and very, very telling as to if a short squeeze is going to happen, right? If I just show you here, well, here, I'll just tell you, okay? I don't have the picture on me right now. It's in the Discord, free link in the description if you want to actually look at it. But the days to cover is rising, short share availability is down, and the short interest actual amount of shares that have been shorted and not sold short and not yet covered, right, lent out and not returned, is up to 42 million. 42 million according to Ortex, right? According to Ortex from yesterday, or from last trading day, from Friday, from the 4th, right? And that is an increase of about 2% from my rudimentary horrible math predictions, right? But if you look at the last, 5 million shares increase, a 2% increase, right? And again, you get 5 million shares, about 6 million shares increase, 2% increase again, right? So about 15% of the shares outstanding have been sold short and not yet covered. Days to cover is increasing. The days to cover increasing is good because it makes it harder for the shorts to cover if a big squeeze were to happen, elongating, prolonging, and amplifying the freaking squeeze, man. There is a squeeze here. It is on the horizon, and I'm gonna die if we do get a short squeeze tomorrow. It's gonna be so fun. You guys know we're streaming the whole thing. If my health lets me, I will freaking stream the whole day. I mark my words. The stream will be on. I will have to take a break, 1 or 2 breaks, probably maybe more than that, hell. But I will try to stream all day tomorrow if we can, and I will try to stream right now for another 2 hours. Yeah, well, you know what? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. It depends on what you guys think. Are there any other good? Let me know your questions, boys. What's your prediction tomorrow? My prediction tomorrow is that we will break 730 and 725 if the markets give us a chance, and that's the same prediction every time. But here's the thing, man. If the markets go down, yes, we could outperform. Technically, I wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, the markets go down a little bit tomorrow and Bionano's up a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised because the sentiment right now is great. The short interest data, the technicals, everything is great. But here's the thing. Historically, the Bionano, I mean, it moves with the markets like anything else. Okay, if high growth goes down, Bionano goes down. Essentially, that's what happens. But one of these days, at the end of the day, long term, the fundamentals of this company will ensure and effectuate an outperforming of the market. Compared to Bionano's stock price will outperform the market and everything else, in my opinion, at least mostly. All right. At what price do you all think we will see tomorrow? What is everybody's end of day prediction tomorrow? End of day prediction for tomorrow. What are y'all thinking? What do y'all think? Tom Nash already talked about this, and it won't amount to anything. Hope to see some PR released this week. I know. I hope. It's about time. There's been a very eerie. Yeah, almost a very eerie silence from the company, from the PR, right? If you look at the PR on the website, there's been nothing. There's been absolutely nothing since the 19th of May, man. It's been like more than half. It's been half a month, more than that actually. If you look at the news tab on Webull, even Webull is not even reporting the news articles that we're getting. It's very weird. I don't really understand it. There's been speculation as to if the silence is in preparation for something big. I don't know, but it's certainly interesting. It's certainly interesting, my friends. Are you in any altcoins? No, I'm not. I do have a new account though, and we are going to be doing trading. Hopefully, I won't forget. You guys got to remind me tomorrow. You guys got to remind me. I do have my Roth IRA account is in and good to go now. So there's zero. The money, look, buying power is in the deposit. I only have $100. My goal in here is to grow $100 to like thousands, which is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. But I'm gonna try. We're gonna be doing a lot of short-term trading with the Roth IRA account. So yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be fun. That's my play around account. So it's really clear when I do trades. If y'all are gonna match me, I want everyone to be clear that I'm just messing around. Literally, I'm just messing around, having a good time trading. So if anyone's gonna match me, they need to understand that hey, this could easily go south. This could easily go wrong. All right, 7.4. 850. Oh man, 850? 850, James. Man, I hope you're right. I hope you're right. That would be sick, man. That would be sick. 779, $8, 6.8. 6.8, man. All right. We got a wide spectrum of price predictions. 650 to 775. All right. How much does Vanguard's investments recently affect the sentiment of BNGO in your opinion? Oh man, the sentiment being affected by institutional investors is always misguided. You guys know I'm not a big fan of institutional ownership. You guys know I love it for the publicity, but for me it's just I don't. Most people care about institutional ownership more than me. Here's the thing: institutional ownership, not only is it outdated at times, but these guys don't know what the hell they're doing half the time. Kate, they're just like us. They're just like us, man. They're just trying to make money. They don't know what's gonna happen. All right. Hey, look at this, okay? And here's the thing: the recent Vanguard stuff, this is absolutely dumb. Okay, it's great. I love that Vanguard is adding more shares, but if you just zoom in here, man, it's not even Vanguard stuff, dude. It's total stock market index funds. Literally, their goal in all of these are just to match the total stock market, or at least balanced index fund. I like that it's more institutional ownership for the publicity sake. I mean, because a lot of people care about it mistakenly, but whatever. I'll take the publicity, but yeah, I don't. I don't really care about the institutional ownership very much. Insider ownership is like 1,000 times more important, especially when there's freaking Vanguard total stock market index funds invest in. But still, hey, I'll take it, man. Dude, don't let that make you think that I think a good Jane Street or some fund that's trying to beat the market. When they invest in Bionano, it's good. It's very good. So it's good. It's a good thing. I like high institutional ownership. Right now, it's not actually there. Let's see if we can actually update it. No, it's still not there. It's being stupid again. But anyways, yeah, we have like a 15.6% institutional ownership right now. So it's high. It's definitely high. You think we in a bull market now? What, for Bionano or for the markets? Because for the markets, we are objectively still in the greatest bull market, most aggressive bull market in history. If you look at the charts here, it's pretty clear, right? This trend line has pretty much been the thing that determines whether you're in bull market or bear market territory. We're still much higher. We're still very high, right? We're still way above that. Also, check out that hammer candle on the Nasdaq on the weekly, man. That's sweet. That's sick. All right, they withholding news for a catalyst. It could be. It could be. It's just all speculation as far as why there's no news. I don't know why there's news. It is very weird why there is no news. It's very weird. So I don't know. I'm not sure. Also, what price do you think shorts will begin attacking after a squeeze? That's a great question. I think the most likely level is $8. $8.10. That's the level, and that's why if we can show Wall Street bets that the shorts have not covered yet, it's going to be time for a parabolic move. Maybe. Please know the risks of Bionano if you're going to invest. Please know them if you're going to hold as well. You think the market will be green next week in general? There's no telling. This is absolutely zero telling. I mean, the technicals, I like the technicals. But here's the thing. The markets right now, I think all the markets is short-term traders and the people that are trading, the whales, the institutions, right, the hedges. It is just them. It's just the markets right now is just what they think about what's to come, right? Right now, the markets think we have a little bit of time left until interest rates rise and until inflation is horrible, if it is even going to be horrible. A lot of people think inflation's already peaked. How many of you guys think inflation peaks, by the way? How many people think inflation has already peaked? How many people think inflation is still going to get higher over the next few days, weeks, or months, or whatever? Can you explain what meme means? Well, let me show you one. Memes are great. Memes are greatness. That's what they are, essentially. Okay, if we look right here, right? I love them. I love them. Here you go. Right here. This is a meme, right? That's a meme. That's one of my favorite ones. And I think where's the best one? What is this? Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Do y'all remember that freaking candle, man? Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh, I didn't even see this one. Simon to my office. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it because Simon, if you don't get that, Simon sucks. Simon is the one that thinks Bionano is not worth it. Bionano is running, and Pat Bio is not, right? I mean, at least not as much. So, inflation is just beginning. Oh, man. It's going to be a rough time if you are right. It's going to be a rough time. Do we have a high short rate at BNGO and a squeeze opportunity? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. If we have any new viewers here, please, I'm going to link the video where I explain the short interest right now. But to give you a preview, I'm going to just say we have a higher short interest right now than what we had on the last settlement date, which was May 14th. It was 36 million shares. Now it's 42 million as of Friday, last trading day, the 4th of June, according to Ortex data, right? That represents about a 2% increase of the shares outstanding that have been sold short without being covered yet, which basically means that there's about 15%, right? So 2% higher, 15% of the shares outstanding have been sold short, not yet covered. Short share availability is low. Days to cover is increasing. So everything points to a short squeeze on the horizon. And if we can keep going up, oh man. Now here's the thing. If we can go up and the short interest data has not yet covered, it's going to get very, very interesting very soon. Even if Wall Street Bets does not even adopt us, if Wall Street Bets says screw you, Brandon, we're going to continue to ban you, right? They have me banned right now because they're corrupt. But basically, it doesn't even matter. Okay, if we keep going up and the short interest doesn't stop, right, doesn't start falling, there is going to be a huge potential to see $10 like very soon, maybe even higher than that. Okay, I'm sorry, I don't want to give you all false hope, but there's a chance of that. The markets go up with us, and the markets give us the chance to run. And if everyone holds, and adds on the dips and hodls through the freaking red days, yeah, we could squeeze. Yeah, we can. I mean, mark my words, we definitely can. But anyways, I explain all of that and more in a much better way in this video right here, which this thing just came out like an hour or two ago, man. So there you go, right there. Let me pin that as well. Let me pin that to the live chat. So there you go. Everyone thinks inflation is just beginning. I know. I hope you guys are wrong too. Otherwise, it's going to be carnage. There's no other way to say it. If inflation is just starting, it's going to be bad. It probably is. I mean, historically, inflation hits high growth stocks. It hits the market. It hits the market hard. So it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough if that's the case, but no one knows. And here's the thing. Are you willing to stay invested in Bionano for the chance that inflation has peaked? Because, if inflation has really peaked, it's over. We're going to hit $10. We're going to hit February 16th levels sooner rather than later. I think so, at least. It just depends on what you think about it. What do you think? Do you think it's peaked or not? It has gone up a little bit. It has already gone up a lot, actually, really. I mean, it has. I mean, look at it. Kay, during March, you were at freaking, 0.63? Now you're at freaking 2. So we've already have gone up a lot. We already have 3-4x since that. So since lows. So, I don't know. Maybe there's a chance. I don't know if it's likely, but maybe there's a chance that inflation has peaked. So, but everyone needs to have buying power on them right now. Yeah, everyone needs to have buying power throughout the next few months. Absolutely. What about your $20 to $50 prediction? So yeah, I used to have a $50 end of year prediction for Bionano back in February, and now I have decreased. I have now here. Let me get this. Let me fix this. So right now, my likely case for Bionano is $20, right? But bull case, yeah, we could see $50. If the nano nozzle comes out this year, we could see $100. Now, is it likely? No, it's not likely at all. I'm going to be honest with you, but technically, here, let me get do not disturb on real quick. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, $20 likely case is what I think is going to happen though. So suddenly you speak about inflation, my friend. I've been talking about inflation every stream. Respectfully, I talk. All my OGs know we talk about inflation every stream. Almost, 99% of them. We always talk about the economic calendar, the CPI, the core inflation data coming out. That is the thing. That is why I have buying power. I've said it plenty of times. So respectfully, I don't know if you've been watching a lot of the streams, which I know it's a lot. I know not everyone can, but yeah, no. Inflation is a big topic and inflation is the reason why I have the buying power that I have right now. If inflation already did peak, or if I really thought it did, if I thought there was a 99% chance it did, I would be all in BNGO right now. But that's just not the case. I wish it was, but it's just not. It's not right now. Not even not that close. So anyways, what is everybody else? What are the questions, man? What are the questions do we have? All right, price target $20, 2021, $20, 2021, 21 this year. This year. Yep, this year. You think it has? You think it has peaked? Oh, I hope you're right. I hope you're right. Man. I really hope you're right. It's going to be Tindy Town if inflation has peaked already, man. Is anyone going to see The Conjuring? Is anyone going to see the new Conjuring, or is that just me? All right. Let me actually, you know what? Since it's a little bit quiet right now, let me look at the stochastic indicator on the weekly, right? I don't know if I talked about this in the last one, but it is a buy signal. And let me go over some technicals here. If y'all just want to hear me talk about the charts, I can. Tell me what y'all want me to talk about. Monday does a dip to fives around. I would take a crazy market dump for us to hit the fives. Yeah, it would take a crazy. It would take a lot for us to hit the fives. When is quarter two earnings? That is going to be August 13th. That's our estimates right now, but no one knows for sure. They have not given a date yet. Excited for any of the upcoming events? Yeah, there are some events upcoming. Yeah, let me actually see those. I actually haven't checked those out really. Here, let me go to the upcoming events here. Here. I already signed up for this, but I need to sign up for it again because I never freaking get them. Okay, here we go. Future events. Okay, they don't have anything here. Somebody send me a link for their upcoming events because I can't find it right now. If anyone wants to or not, but yeah, I think there's isn't there a presentation or something on the June 10th? On June 10th, I believe. I'm not sure. All right. What percentage of cash are you holding to buy on a crash? Well, I don't really think a crash is going to happen, even if inflation is pretty bad. I think it's still pretty much going to be a bull market for a while at least. So, but right now I have about what? I don't know, what is that? About 25% in cash ish right now, right? And that's with Bionano mooning, right? Well, not mooning, I guess like kind of mooning, but yeah, that kind of gives you some perspective, right? 25%. If AMC will squeeze, I think we will have huge issues in the overall market. Or AMC squeezing gives the hedges money to the retail's hands, and they start investing in Bionano and other stuff, or the margin calls screw everybody over, and yeah, you're right, that could definitely happen. That could definitely happen, man. All right, go to the grocery store, get some gas, and you can see inflation in action. You can't print over 40% of the American dollar, not expected to get bad. Yes, of course there is inflation. Yes, but how much? If you look at the chart, we've already had some inflation. Here, let me go right here. We already have like more than 3 or maybe almost 4x, right? So over 200 to 300% increase since the lows. Do you think we're going higher though? That's the thing. Is this the end? I mean, it has gone down. It has gone down since the peak, but yeah, I mean, is it just a dip for another run? You know, who knows, man, who knows? There is already inflation. No one's denying inflation has happened. Okay, objectively, inflation has already happened, but is it done? Who knows, man? All right, I posted a link. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, let me go to the BNGO. Thank you. Sometimes I freaking forget where stuff is, man. All right. Home news events. I thought that's exactly where I went. Anyways, all right. June. So we got this one. This one's already started. Is this the one that costs money? I think it is. This is the one that we almost joined earlier, isn't it? I think. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not really excited for these. What I'm more excited about, and that was the person's original question. What I'm more excited about is the 5 large clinical studies that we have. I'm more excited for the prenatal and the postnatal ones coming out this year. The 1,000 patients. Those are the things that are gonna give us large academic praise in the biology and genetic space. And once we get that, a lot, and this article right here talks about it a lot, about why once those happen, that then the sales are gonna boom. You know, they're gonna be marketing, the exposure is out, the news and the specs of the staff are out, and that's gonna lead to sales. I think I'm more excited for those because historically we've had a ton of these. I mean, they're great, but guys, I mean, they just usually don't do anything. So, I mean, for the stop price, they don't, you know, and most of the stuff that they say we already know about, but it's still good. The more studies we get, the more conferences, presentations, the better it is, as long as it's good. Oh boy, okay. We've got it. Wow, on the live stream. Wow, that's the new one. Someone's spamming on the live stream. Wow. I was timed out for auspicious descent for 300 seconds. I put him in timeout. That's too funny. That's too funny, man. All right, expecting a large PR tomorrow. Dude, that'll be sweet. Dude, that'll be exactly what we need. What? How can you say that, though? Expecting a large PR tomorrow. I hope you're right, man, but why? Why do you think that? I'm interested. Why do you think there's a large PR Sunday money tomorrow? Why do you think that? Pending the sponsor. The publications for those trials are released at these paid events first. Oh. They're released at these paid events first, pending the sponsor. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we'll see them later, I guess. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just most of these they're from some, you know, they're not from Bionano. I want to see Bionano's 5 large clinical studies. I want those to come out. I know they're going to be putting a lot of work and a lot of money into those. So, all right. I hope tomorrow's Wall Street Bets pumps us tomorrow to the price we deserve to be at now. I wouldn't expect it. Here, let's actually look at the upvotes for the Wall Street Bet thing right now. Wow. Yeah, I knew it wasn't gonna happen. I mean, I'm happy it got 400, but I'm banned and it didn't get many upvotes. And most of the upvotes and awards and comments, I mean, look at this. The very first comment. Thank you so much, Brandon. The Wall Street Bet people, they don't know who I am. They don't know who Brandon is. This is most of the love that we got here is from the Bionano community, which I love and I appreciate. It means that y'all are awesome, but the fact of the matter is this is not nearly enough. And I just want to be realistic with you guys. Don't expect any Wall Street Bet help tomorrow. I've tried so hard to get them to help. It hasn't worked. I've not seen anyone else posting on Wall Street Bets that has even been remotely successful. If you guys do post on Wall Street Bets, please send me the link in the Discord at me and tell me, here, check it out. Just tell me Wall Street Bet post, and I will literally post it on all my platforms, Twitter, YouTube, everything, Reddit, Discord, I don't know, everything, and get the exposure out. We need to spread the awareness. More Wall Street Bets post, and it's all up to you guys now. I'm banned, man. It's literally all up to you now because I'm banned. I don't know if I'm freaking permanently banned. I don't know what the hell's going on. Okay, look, I can't reply. I can't make comments. I can't make new posts on Wall Street Bets. It is all up to you guys. If you guys think I'm right, if you guys believe in the Wall Street Bet thing at all, it's up to y'all. So, you know, who cares? You know, Bionano, we don't need them long term, of course. It would help us a lot in the short term, mid-term, and long term. I think it would be amazing. I think it'd be absolutely amazing. But it's up to you. It's up to you, man. Presentation will be available for on-demand viewing. Okay, 9 to 12. Thank you, MP. What's that tall wick up? Like $9. Yeah, that one. I think I already explained it. That is based on the symmetrical triangle price target. All right. Brandon, what do you think the market is going to be technically? Because that will probably dictate where BNGO is heading. Well, I don't think the market is going to be determined by the technicals. I mean, let me look at the indicators here. Oh my gosh, it's still freaking half and half. Oh, I like that. Okay, we did just get the bullish flip on the SAR on the 4-hourly. I really like that. Hammer candles everywhere. Hammer candles everywhere, man. On the daily, on the weekly, we have a hammer candle. And on the daily, we have one. And on the 4-hourly. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, that doesn't look bad, honestly, for the NASDAQ. But this is just one of the major indexes, though. I mean, okay, with the NASDAQ, the SPY, I mean, the Russell, I mean, there's 1,000. So I don't know. I guess all the markets kind of move the same way, of course, but not exactly right. We do have several. We have like 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hammers here as well. So it's not looking bad. You know, the SPY is at all-time highs right now. Actually, it looks like, yeah, right now. Well, yeah, it is. Yeah, basically. Yeah, the SPY is at all-time highs right now, it looks like. So, yeah, I mean, we need to break out and confirm the breakout, and then the NASDAQ needs to get an all-time highs, and the Russell. The Russell is close as well. So once we do that, well, it's a little bit close, not really. It's pretty close. The Russell's pretty close. So once we do that, then we're in bullish territory. But yeah, it's about inflation. I don't think the technicals matter. In times like these, when there's serious news, negative catalysts or positive news catalysts coming out every single month and week, that's what matters. Technicals don't matter much, I think. I can be wrong. Remember, I can always be wrong. How cool would it be to see 500% pre-market tomorrow? Oh man. That would be amazing. That would be nano nozzle action right there, man. What do you think? When do you think Wall Street Bets will be done with AMC and start moving on to other stocks if they haven't already? No, they're not done with AMC. AMC, they're still holding, and I think AMC might do really good this next week, actually. But BlackBerry is the new target. BlackBerry is the new target for Wall Street Bets, and you can see I'm actually in with 20 shares, kind of as a joke, kind of not. I mean, I did hold through the after hours because I do think this thing is. I think it could do well, or it could do nothing. That's why I only have 20 shares. But it's mostly just to be fun trading on the live streams. But anyways, I'll say this. This is more interesting than another answer. So I'll change your question around a little bit. When the apes are done with AMC, that's when you got to pounce. If y'all are not, I mean, I know a lot of you helped out a lot with the Wall Street Bets thing, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, man. We need other people in the freaking community. Like, I don't know why, but none of the other YouTubers, no one else in the community besides us is trying the Wall Street Bets thing. I don't really understand. I don't know. But it's going to take more. It's going to take, there has to be more that we need to do. We have to do more to get it out there, I guess, or at the end of the day, maybe Wall Street Bets, maybe they just hate us. Maybe they just hate Bionanians and they hate the stock. They don't like the stock. We don't like the stonk, I don't know. But when the AMC thing is done, I would not be surprised if they move to BNGO, if we can get the word out well enough. Why the heck are you banned? Corruption, that's why. It's 4:20 right now. We will keep streaming, I think, for about, I don't know, I think 20 minutes. I think we're going to stream for another 20 minutes, and then we're going to get out of here. We need to keep exposing their corruption. It's sick. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is sick. I don't know if you're talking about the manipulators or Wall Street Bet mods, but both of them are sick. They are. Any chance of new BNGO share proposal on June 10th? What do you mean? Like share, like offering share proposal? June 10th. I think is that the freaking is that the date? Is that the due date for the vote thing? I don't know. You need to clarify your question. I don't really understand what you mean, my friend. All right. Can you talk microvision? Yeah, I can talk microvision. Sure. It's at $20. Man, this thing keeps running without me. Oh my gosh, it's trying to make a freaking cup and handle. Man, this microvision, man, microvision. I almost got in on this one earlier. I was in at this on $7 actually at one point, but yeah, this is an interesting one. I wanted to cool down though. I wanted to hit that 200-day EMA on the daily. It has not hit that since the start of the run up, and once it does, it's gonna be boom. It's gonna be very nice. So that's what I want. Or short term 21 SMA, right? $15. There you go. So yeah. If things got really bad in the general market, what are your thoughts on the floor for BNGO? I was thinking mid fours. I think because I want to save cash for a mega buy. I think BNGO is going to change the world. That's a great question. We kind of talked about this earlier. Yes, I think 430. Realistically, I think around 430 is about the lowest we can go. I'm going to be honest with you. I think honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if inflation is bad. I wouldn't be surprised if BNGO holds above $5. And I also wouldn't be surprised if we hit 430 again. I don't really see us unless the company does something to screw itself over, like a revenue, like a really bad revenue miss, like something that is not growing sequentially year over year. Something like that would really screw us over, and then we could see lower than 430. But if the company does what we think it is going to do, slowly, long term, fundamentally, 430 I think is the lowest we could go realistically. I agree with you. Mid fours, yeah, I think so. Anything under 5 is a freaking steal. Anything under 10 is a long term steal, I think. All right, what are the questions do we have? What are the questions, man? What is the freaking name of this string? Hold on. BNGO Q&A must know risks. Okay, so risks. Until you guys have any other good questions, I'm gonna go on the rant about risks. So please ask another question if you don't want to hear this rant again. So risk, right? The sentiment of Bionano is the most bullish it's been in a while. So right now everyone loves it because it's green. Everyone loves the stock when it's green. Everyone hates it when it's down, right? Buy high, sell low. That's what the people like. And right now, everyone thinks it's going to moon. Short interest data is bullish, right? It is. It's factually, it is. But the markets go down next week, and we are going to get screwed. So you need to understand right now, if you are not willing to hold through red, if you're not willing to go through carnage, if you can't stomach the dips, and if you haven't done your due diligence, you need to sell and spare me the whining, because I did not. The last thing I want is you blaming me for being in the red. Many of my viewers, many of our community was in the red for freaking months. Many of them still are, but if they average down on the dip as aggressively as many of us did, they're up, 20, 30, 40, 50% right now even. So please know what you're doing. Please know what you're doing. And please think about things. All right. And okay, I cannot look at that right now, my friend. I will on the Sunday live streams right now. I haven't got any requests so far, but from the members, there's like 15 to 20 members of the channel right now. If any of the members are out there, any stock requests like that question that Roy just made, I will take a look at those. I cannot look at it otherwise, though. Sorry, my friend. Sorry, I cannot. Have you seen the anonymous video on Elon? No, I have not. Send that to me in the Discord. Send that to me in the Discord. I don't know what you mean. I don't know. I don't know. That sounds funny though. What does that mean? I'm interested. All right. So what else do we have? I guess I can just go over this article. Okay. So this article is on June 3rd, and I was meaning to go over this earlier, but obviously my family was coming in from Ohio. But now I can. So, it's mostly bearish. And let's see here. Summary. Okay. Ambitious plan. It stems. Okay. Here you go. So this is kind of his bearish sentence, right? Although the company achieved high growth, it stems from a low base, making it hard to justify current price levels even if the revenue momentum continues. Okay. Okay, then. I believe BNGO has aggressive investor base with high tolerance for risk, opening opportunity for capital appreciation. Okay. So let me go to the interesting stuff here. So he admits the product is legit, but here, let me read some questions here. What's the buying rate for BNGO? And I am really scared for next week inflation report. There is no inflation report next week. I don't think there is any. What are you talking about? Okay, there is core CPI and there is consumer price index, yes. And then consumer sentiment index. A lot of people say they care about this. I don't really know if they do though. So Thursday and Friday are going to be big ones. But before that, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we're good. We're good, man. There's nothing. Consumer credit, trade deficit. That sounds scary to be honest with you. But still, no one really cares about this stuff. Only stuff people care about is inflation and the accommodative policy, I would say. Thoughts on SENS? Be very careful with SENS. You better. Let's see how much it went up. Wait, how much did it go up now? I am intrigued by SENS, but I do not understand the technology. Here's the thing: the only way I would trust SENS is if someone could actually give me a case as to why it's actually better than all other alternatives for diabetics system. You know what I'm talking about. I hope monitoring system, right? At these prices, just look at that freaking candle, man. Look at that gap up. Oh, it's gonna gap down. But this is but be careful with this one. I mean, let's just look how overextended you are. I mean, look at that. Okay, you closed the day way higher in the top Bollinger Band. Be careful. It was a big news one. Be careful with that one. Anyways, all right, we do need Wall Street bets for BNGO publicity. Millions or even billions of people will question what the fuck is BNGO. Yeah, exactly. And they will start to do researchers. They would start to do research, educate themselves, and they're close to everyone's. I know. That is exactly what I've been saying, and no one listens to me. Still, we get posts, and this is fine. It's fine to be a different opinion. I'm fine. But if you're going to make a strong opinion against what I'm saying, or against what anyone's saying, you need to understand what you're talking about, and you need to understand what I'm talking about and what I mean. And when we get stuff like this with 50 upvotes by this guy, like, oh my gosh, this is so frustrating. I mean, I already talked about this in one of the videos earlier, but I hate this. It's just, I've already talked about all of the argument here, and he doesn't even mention what I say or what I think, so we don't need Wall Street bet. Of course we don't. I never have implied that we don't. We don't need them to be successful, but it would help so much. I hope you don't deny that. I hope even the naysayers don't deny that. It would be a net positive for the company, I think. All right, the word BNGO will be everywhere, and people will realize how important the healthcare revolution is, which will potentially speed up the mass global adoption process. I know exactly. The sales, literally, we can, guys, me and you, this community can increase the sales of Bionano in the aggregate by increasing the freaking publicity. How do we increase the publicity? What's the easiest way? Wall Street bets. Imagine the headlines. Okay, and for those people that think, oh, the clients and the customers are going to read about BNGO in a negative light. Okay, if you're a cytogenetic lab and you read an article about some potential product that about the company that may offer you a potential product, do you care about the article or do you care about the product? Do you care about the cheaper product that can offer you better SV detection above 500 base pairs, LOH detection coming soon, SNV detection coming soon, higher resolution, cheaper, faster turnaround time, and less hands-on time, and easier to learn and use? Come on, you can't tell me that you're going to not do it because you saw a Wall Street Bets article. Come on now. So I think it's absolutely insanity. I honestly, like, it's fine if you don't agree with me. There might be people here even now that disagree with me, but I don't think it's just Wall Street Bets. It would be a net positive, like 100% it would. I really think 100% it would. Man, I posted it in the memes page. Thank y'all so much, man. Yeah, if any of you can, guys, it's up to you now. If anyone cares or if anyone agrees with me, if no one agrees with me, okay, if I don't, whatever, do whatever the hell you want. But posting on Wall Street Bets, it's up to you now. I can't do anything. I mean, I guess I could create a new account, but it just wouldn't be the same, I guess. But it'd be a new account. I would get all those crappy, your account was too old, 2 days old, But I could still do that. I can create a new account and then I can post. But after and I think there's a freaking restriction date for Wall Street Bets when you join. But anyways, yeah, it's up to you guys. I can't post. I'm banned from Wall Street Bets. It's up to you guys. Yeah, people need to realize gamma squeezes can occur without a true campaign to fight hedges by Reddit or YouTube. Sometimes hedges just make bad bets. Yeah, we don't necessarily need Wall Street Bets. Yeah, I talked about earlier at the beginning. We could still squeeze. Dude, we can still squeeze at that Wall Street Bets easy. If we go green, if we close the day tomorrow above 730 and we start pushing above $8, imagine if we broke $8 and the short interest only increases, right? That's pretty deep. That has a high likelihood of happening if the markets go up next week. A squeeze is on the freaking horizon, man, and it's imminent. If you ask me, if that scenario unfolds, we don't need Wall Street Bets to squeeze to get a short squeeze, a gamma squeeze even. Technically, but I think a short squeeze is more likely at this point based on the data that we have. But yeah, we don't need them. We don't need them necessarily. 180 days without calibration of SENS monitor. The competitions is weekly calibration. Yes, but Roy, yeah, you're right. I don't even know if that's right, to be honest. I don't even remember, but I saw the chart. There are benefits and defects. There's advantages and disadvantages to SENS's system. There's advantages to every single system out there, almost. At least the main ones, the main competition that I saw. I saw a chart. I don't know if it's true. I saw it in a Reddit post. So, all right. The retail investor becoming more aware of the market manipulation will negate their abilities to discourage investors. Yes. All right, man. Let's get out of here. All right, last minute questions, and then let's get out of here. Let's get out of here, man. Let's get out of here. Last minute questions, and then we'll get out. Free link in the description for the free Discord, guys. People spreading FUD. Oh man, we got more FUD in here. Oh gosh. Long-term BNGO investor here, what is your estimate of when the company becomes profitable? That's an amazing question. 2023 is my realistic projection. If not, then 2024. If not, honestly, 2022 wouldn't surprise me, honestly. What's for dinner? I'm gonna have pie and some pizza. Yep, both leftover. Don't get your hopes up. Neither of them are new. Oh man. Yeah, the profitability question is one that intrigues me. I think 2022 we could get a few quarters that are positive, if not the whole year positive, if revenue continues to increase. If revenue increases like 80% from 2022 from 2021, then yeah, we're going to be profitable then. If the CFO's comment about OPEX increasing 20-40% over the next few years is true, 2023, that's your most realistic bet. At least I think it is. That's your likely case. I mean, honestly, if things go our way, it's gonna be before then. Between me and you, we're gonna be profitable before 2023 if we get any favors. I've always wondered, when did you first buy BNGO? Like at what price before you started averaging down? So this is actually a funny story. Kind of. I should talk about this more. So the first time I bought BNGO was actually when it was a penny stock, but it was only play money. It was like $100. I first seriously invested in at $5, and because I was trying to short term trade it, I lost out on a lot of profits. Then I bought in on the freaking. I think I bought in. I think it was this offering right here, $9 average, or right here, $10 average. That's when I was like, okay. That's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna hold. And I think this company actually has something. I think this company actually has a big future. And then I got my average up here. Then, I was up a ton. Everyone was up a ton on February 16th, got killed, average down. And today we were up 22% or whatever it is. So that's kind of the story. Yeah, man. Yeah. First invested at $1. God, doesn't everybody wish they invested more when it was $1? All right. How did I discover BNGO? I kind of just I don't really. I think I saw. I don't know. I think I saw it on YouTube or something. I don't know. I don't remember exactly. But then the real squeeze begins. Yeah. I discovered BNGO was a market mover on my E-Trade account. Thoughts on DTIL? They're like a little CRSP. I don't know enough. Don't know enough to give you a definitive thought about that, my friend. Then the real squeeze begins. There are more shorts for us to squeeze, right? Aragon, fellowship of the Sapphire, man. Hell yeah. And also, while there is not any great questions, I think there are. Let's see. What is the realistic market cap for BNGO by end of the year? Realistic market cap for BNGO by end of year. I would say, I mean, this bull case above 5 billion. Bull case above 5 billion. Even higher than that. Way higher than that bull case. 2 billion, 3, 4 billion, all on the table. All of those are on the table. Absolutely. I believe they are. That's just me. Okay, you guys make your own. What do you guys think? What do you think the realistic market cap for BNGO is by the end of the year? I'm a little late. BNGO still goodbye. It depends on inflation, but if inflation, let me tell you this, I'll put it two ways. BNGO will do great things long term if I am, or any of us, any of the bull community, the BNGO community is right on our long term synthesis that Sapphire will replace CMA, fish, and karyotyping, the other three things and products and methods for cytogenetics. If the Sapphire is indeed better, like the data and the studies and the publications and the white papers and the scientists and doctors say, it's going to do great things. I don't know when, though, and no one knows when. Don't listen to anyone if they're lying to you, if they tell you they know exactly when. I think $20 end of year is pretty likely. Right now we're at like $7K. If inflation hits, we're going to see $5. If inflation has already peaked, we're going to see $10 in a few months, most likely, or at least $8. That's almost guaranteed, in my opinion. So I would say you need to do your research, though. And I'm going to give you right now, if you are still wondering, that's a great question, my friend. Is BNGO a buy right now, right? Who asked that? Why can't I Valentine something? I don't know. I cannot pronounce anyone's names. Gosh dang it. Anyways, I'm going to link this right now. I'm going to say must know BNGO information playlist, right? I'm gonna link that in the chat, and I'm gonna pin that to the freaking to the live chat right there. Please, that is where this playlist. It's all free info. It's literally hours, and actually, it's literally months. It's months of work putting some videos together. One of them is like 2 hours. Nearly killed myself for that one. That is what you need to know. If you don't know about BNGO, watch the videos. It's that simple. Or you can go in the description of this video or any and read the 172. Wait, how is this 172? That can't be right. This is not 172. What did I do? I actually must have copied and pasted something. What? This thing was 111 pages last I checked. How did I accidentally make this 172? Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, what the? Okay, what the heck? Why is this? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Okay, there we go. We're good. I just undid it. Okay, my gosh, I accidentally freaking. Okay, anyways. Okay, I'm gonna get away from that. Okay, anyways, guys, we're losing viewers like we're losing viewers like that. All right. With that being said, please go give that playlist a watch, man. Please, if you are a beginner to BNGO, that is where you want to go. That is the one place I would direct you towards. All right, big week coming up, especially with single nucleotide. Market cap at PatBio is $5 billion. 2 years, BNGO should be double or triple that. Yeah, I think so. Yes. All right, man. It was easier for me to invest in BNGO because I knew Alka when she was from from the last company. Yeah, Alka was Alka. I don't know if you're the one bad form. Bad form, you're a legend. You're a freaking awesome. You are awesome bad form, by the way. But what do you call it? Alka specializes in FDA approval, and she comes from, I think, an NGS company before this, she was with Bionano. So she knows the competition. She knows about Bionano, and guess what she's done? She's got freaking leaps, man. She's got leap call options, several of them, with tens of millions of dollars in shares to be exercised. Actually, maybe hundreds of millions, or at least close to it. So, anyways, with that being said, let's get out of here, man. Prop Boss viewers, because they went to check out that playlist. Oh, fair enough. Honestly, fair enough. Please, everybody, at the end of this, please go check that out. Perkin Elmer, she will get the nano nozzle FDA approved. I don't know Perkin Elmer. Perkin Elmer. This is my solution to not. Who is Perkin Elmer? We need Sapphire to be FDA approved eventually. I mean, we don't need it, but it would be nice. It would be nice. At the end of the day, it would probably help a little bit. You know, we don't need it. You know, we can go to $100 without it, but it would be nice to have it still. My first was at 58 cents after I began looking at genomic stocks other than CRSP, which drove me to open an investment account. I paid it sold at 8.20 and started buying back in at 10.11. Yep, that's what happens. FOMO and fear and greed, man. They drive the market short term, especially for beginners. It's fear and greed. And I'm gonna have a video coming especially if we do well this week. I'm gonna have a video explaining how high this can actually go if that FOMO and greed were to come in, because it's gonna be big. Last time FOMO and greed was huge, right? And literally, it could definitely happen again. We can't acquire IMN. You mean Illumina? Last question, Illumina partnership or acquisition? Well, Illumina, based on a lot of complicated esoteric jargon that some of it I don't even understand, but basically through the SEC documents and filings and commitments and yada yada, right? Illumina essentially can't acquire us. They actually can't really acquire any companies, or at least they can't acquire us. That's what I've heard from very good sources. But we can do a partnership, partnership with some sort of new product or campaign. I don't know what, some sort of partnership, study partnership. I don't know what it's going to be. Some sort of partnership. I don't know what it would be exactly, but some sort of working together would certainly be likely, because the headquarters are very close together. The C-suite of Illumina and Bionano have good connections, and the CEO obviously has said so many times and hinted towards Illumina and not really hinted towards a partnership, but just hinted towards something going on in the future with Illumina. So anyways, with that being said, 5 minutes and then we're ending. 5 minutes or less. 5 minutes or less. Sensei Souls, thank you so much for the 10K BNGO goal. Hell yeah, man. If anyone does not know right now, my goal is to get 10,000 BNGO shares in the next to buy another 10,000 BNGO shares in the next few months. And how I'm going to do that, it might sound a little bit crazy, but basically if the channel were to like 20x in views, yeah, if the channel were to 20x in views, we can make it happen, essentially. So, and also, that's not the only reason why it's mutually beneficial for you to actually help the videos and my channel out. It's also because the more people that see this, if the channel were to blow up 20x the views, guess what? More BNGO bulls in the aggregate. Do you know why? Because no one else has this. Okay, let's just be honest here. No one else has the due diligence that we do. No one else spends the time live stream every day about BNGO only. Okay, the more people that see this channel, the more people that see BNGO get exposed to the tech and invest in the aggregate. It's just basic math. So it is mutually beneficial if you help the channel. It's just mutually beneficial, man. I know it sounds biased. Of course, it's in my best interest, but it's in your best interest as well. I firmly 100% believe that. I really do. I really do. So do with that information what you will, man. Do what you will. Do whatever the hell you want, man. At the end of the day, it's your choice, not mine. All right. Illumina partnership is possible. Just look at Grail, for example. Yeah, there is some Grail stuff going on right now. Yeah, I heard about that. Brandon, will you sell half take profit if BNGO go to 9 tomorrow? Probably not. I probably can't. You guys would kill me if I would. No, I can't. Here's the thing. I've thought about this a couple times. If Bionano were to freaking skyrocket, and I mean, yeah, I can see myself maybe like locking in like 10%, 5% maybe, but even then, I'm too much of a pussy probably to do it, because honestly, I really just don't want to deal with everybody like thinking I'm going back on what I'm building, and BNGO Bull community. That's essentially what I'm building. Plus long-term capital gains, might as well. Plus plus news is going to come, FOMO is going to come. It's hard to predict, and we've learned that, and I've learned that the hard way. A lot of you have learned that the hard way with the initial run-up. So So I don't know. I don't know exactly. That's a great question, though. We'll have to see as that is yet to come. That the answer has not yet come to pass. Sell at $9. Nope. No, I don't see myself selling. I really don't, honestly. I don't. It's just so much simpler if I don't. Honestly, I don't want to deal with all the freaking people. You sold. I don't want to deal with it. But let me tell you guys something. For all of you that are not in my situation, right? There's no shame in selling any shares. At the end of the day, you and I are both here to make money. So no shame in selling at all. What if we touch $15 again? Would I sell? Is that your question, or are we going to triple digits anyways? I don't know. I don't know, man. 250 to 400 is where we sell. Man, I don't know. I don't know. Man, it's going to be a crazy ride. This channel and BNGO's future is going to be very interesting, but we're going to end the stream here within 5 minutes. Last questions, guys. Last question, seriously, and then we're out. Seriously, I said this. I always do the same thing. I always say we're about to end, and we just keep going. It's like right when we're about to end, y'all just keep going because I don't... Oh, man. BNGO is now like Microsoft in 1990s. Oh, I hope so. I think so. I really think so. I think that is exactly right. I think that is. Bionano will do to genomics what Apple did to tech. Think about that for a second. Think about the money to be made or lost. There's risks. There's risks as well. But think about it. Think about it. All right, man. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. I will leave you with. Well, I already have pretty much given you all the links, so I will just leave you with saying that the must know BNGO information playlist, that is what you want. That's what you want, man. We are streaming tomorrow. Here, I guess I'll also give you the link for the stream tomorrow. I'll give you the link for the stream tomorrow in the live chat right now. Are you also researching any other stocks? Yes. I don't have a ton of time to do it so much anymore, but yeah, right now I'm actually, this is kind of boring, but I'm in the long process of reading the original Bitcoin papers because I want to go into crypto and know everything there is to know about crypto. I already know a fair amount about the technology, but I need to actually, freaking become a wizard. So that's my next research assignment for stocks. But yeah, it's just, you guys know with the channel, it's like, on the backlist, if you will. It's in the warehouse. All right, thank you, Gil. You're so welcome, man. Mara, I think, can we expect any new DDs in the future? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Absolutely. Absolutely. See y'all at Market Open. All right, man. Thanks, B. I'm in the middle of a family picnic listening to you on my earbuds the entire time. That's awesome, man. That's absolutely awesome. I can relate, man. What are the chances of BNGO gets bought? Not any. I wouldn't worry about that, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, they're not. I mean, I guess they're. I don't know. There's some sort of chance, not a likely chance at all. I would be more worried about the revenue and Sapphire versus CMA Fish and Karyotyping, which is what matters. Where did you get into BNGO? I already told you. Rewind about 10-15 minutes, and then you'll see. I actually tell you the exact story as to how I got in, where I first invested in Bionano. All right, guys, we're out. Thank you so much. Stream tomorrow, guys. Stream tomorrow. I want to see everybody there. Market Open stream. It's going to be fun. Short squeeze. If the market's open tomorrow, I'm going to be so excited. If the market's open green tomorrow, if the futures look good, I haven't even looked at if the futures look good, if the market's open good tomorrow, even sideways, it could get very interesting, but there's a ton of risk. Remember that. Remember the risk, and remember, if we are red, that is your fault. Do not come to me tomorrow. Do not come to me tomorrow and tell me it's my fault for your investment. I'm sorry. That sounds a little bit harsh, but at the end of the day, I just, you know the spiel. Anyways, all right, man. All right, let's get out of here. All right, okay, last question, last answer. How would the share price get impacted if we were to get acquired? It would moon. Okay, with that being said, thank y'all so much. This is not financial advice. Thank you, Boomstick. Thank everybody. Thank y'all so much. I will see y'all in the next one.